Hello and welcome to another walkthrough by Commander Rifton from Rifton Gaming. We're going to be looking at the main quest storyline for Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is part 5. We are currently on the Diplomatic Immunity quest. To start this quest, you simply need to enter the Sleeping Giant Inn and follow Delphine through her magic wardrobe and listen to a bit of her conversation.
I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret.
So our objective is to find secret files, whatever those secret files might be.
He can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
So if you don't have the fast travel location for Solitude, you can still use the carriage to get there, which is what I'm going to be doing, and we're just going to get this quest started.
Be careful.
Assuming that you've been following your little quest arrows, you should find yourself Malborn, the NPC that starts the next portion of this quest.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing.
He's another character
Here's the
that
deal.
definitely needs to
I
die.
can
I'll
smuggle
have
some
to kill him later.
equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest?
So it's important to note here that you need to provide him with everything that you plan on using, whether it is an amulet or a ring or even a piece of clothing, because you will not be able to bring it with you.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you.
So make sure that you give him whatever weapons you need him to use, you know, armor, whatnot. And you don't actually need to be a stealthy character in order to do this. You can go in and just beat the crap out of everything as soon as you get your items. The next location that you need to go is Katla's farm, which is the stables for this particular area, and you can just fast travel.
Born the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part. And not
So
be
she
armed
provides you
with
with some clothing that your character needs to wear, and she takes absolutely every single item that you have in your inventory other than those clothing when you're ready to go. So go ahead and equip them, because she won't let you start unless you are wearing the party boots and party clothes.
I guess that will have to do. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get... Just make sure you get back...
And neither of these NPCs is trying to fool you. They don't keep your items. You get them all back, so you don't need to worry about that.
God's forsaken mountain. Any desire to actually...
Welcome to
So this character will ask you for that little invitation thing.
please. Thank you, sir. Go right.
I prefer to arrive early. Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison.
As soon as you enter into this party, you'll be confronted by Elenwen, and she'll ask you who you are. Now, you may not want to provide your name, because there may be consequences in doing so. I'm actually going to do this because I'm curious to find out what those are, but you might want to choose one of the other two options instead.
Ah, yes. I remember. Please, tell me more about it. What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the alto wine.
So this guy interrupts your conversation so that you don't need to elaborate while you're here.
I told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please.
Now you may want to talk to all of these characters in this area here, because they do provide some useful insight, but we're just going to go ahead and get this quest started. So what you do is you ask for a drink from him or from the barmaid in this area, and you provide it to this guy that was chatting us up as soon as we entered the area.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lit
If there's anything
Why he is
I can
broke,
ever do for
I do
you,
not know.
Do not hesitate to call upon me. Wonderful.
So go ahead and ask him to repay your favor, and ask him to cause a scene.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right place. Stand back and behold my handiwork.
You may actually want to stay for the first time and watch him do this, because it's pretty funny.
Attention everyone.
But let's just go ahead and follow this guy in. After he takes you through the kitchen and talks to the cook about eating skooma, you go ahead and open up your chest and take your items. So everything that you provided to the NPC previously will be in this chest. If you did not give him the item, it will not be there, so make sure that you gave him everything that you needed. So there are a few ways that you can go about doing this. You can go ahead and kill these guards just by using sneak attacks on them, or you can just bring out your hammer or whatever your favorite weapon or spell is and just blow the crap out of everything, or you can sneak through without killing anyone, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing here. If you do plan on taking the stealth route, I recommend gathering these items here, these robes, gloves, and boots. As long as you wear these items, and only these items, the sight detection range will be significantly reduced on any of the Thalmor guards. I'll try to show you the quickest route through this particular area. Now keep in mind that any of the items that you find are not considered stolen, so you can sell them to any shopkeep. Now supposedly there should be a mage patrolling these hallways up here, but in my game I believe he bugged out because he is stuck up against this wall here. Now on the right hand side there's going to be a room filled with a lot of potions and other lucrative items, so I recommend that you go through and take them from in there before proceeding out this doorway. For those of you that are bashing your way through this, there are 3 new enemies in this area. Of special note is the mage that is guarding the door. Normally, if you are going a stealth route, you will need to kill the mage in order to enter. However, there is another trick to doing this. The trick to this method is based on your exit point. If you exit from this location here, it will not work. You must exit from the barracks downstairs. If you plan on going past the guards, you may wish to smuggle in an invisibility potion. If you plan on going around this way and back to the door again, you may wish to wait until nighttime. Regardless of how you reach this location, you will definitely need to exit from this door. You cannot simply walk to that location, you need to exit from the door. Once the guard has positioned himself like so, it is safe to proceed. You may wish to wait for him to finish his patrol here before going any further. Again, our goal is to go around the back side of that house. Once you head around the back side of this building, it will trigger a dragon spawn. You may need to wait a few moments. As you can see, there's the dragon. Now the dragon needs to see you or he won't attack. So if you need to shoot him, go ahead and do that. Oh, and it looks like the fight has started. So now we can enter the building without actually killing anyone. So as you can see, I'm just gonna go sneak right in. I have no idea what's happening. That whole script with the dragon was very poorly implemented. I mean, it's possible that the player could have wandered around to the back side of the building and made the dragon spawn, but how you are supposed to know to exit from a certain door, I have no idea. Now, you may be wondering why I'm following this guard upstairs, and that's because on the left-hand side here, there's a room that contains a Stone of Baron Zaya. So if you plan on doing the Thieves quest, you'll definitely need to pick this up, as this is the only time that you can ever obtain this item. If you do not get it when you go in here, you will miss it forever. While you're in here, do not forget to loot all of the items in this room. There are plenty of expensive potions that you'll want to obtain, as well as go throughout the rest of the area of this household here and make sure that you pick everything up. There is one special location that I do want to go show you, so just hold on a second, I'll be right there. Okay, so apparently I lied. There's actually 2 locations that are of interest. The first is in the mage's room that was having the conversation with that guy earlier. If you wait long enough, he leaves the room and you can enter. and you can pick lock his display case. So if you remember to bring your lockpicks, you can go ahead and open this up. And inside you'll find a couple elven daggers as well as some very expensive circlets. So go ahead and take those and move on to the next chest. The next item of interest is around this corner here, right across from the entranceway. And it is the treasure chest that contains information about the Thalmor having no idea what's going on with the dragon. So unfortunately reading that does not complete the quest because we still need to find out what we can do to resolve the dragon crisis. In that chest was also a key to open up the dungeon door. If you happen to kill the mage, you can also loot a key from him and enter from that way, but you still need the dossiers and the dragon information from the chest. If you do not kill the mage, you get a special little text sequence of the torturer and his buddy torturing this guy. Not exactly the greatest reward for taking a pacifist approach, but there it is. Inside this chest, you can loot the next item that you need. So that is a dossier on Esbern. Once you have the book, you may wish to remain out of sight before opening it because it will trigger the next event where 2 guards will come to find you, and you need a location to remain hidden. So I'll go ahead and show you where that is, which is right here. So you just want to tuck yourself in between this barrel against the wall and wait for the guards to approach. If you are going the route where you plan on killing these 2 guards, you may wish to kill them before you open the book, as you will have fewer enemies to fight at the same time. If you are going the stealth route, then speed is of the essence, as you do not want the guard to start his patrol after he finishes the interrogation. The fact that both of these guards knew that I was even here seems like a massive fail on the part of this questline, considering that I killed no one and was not detected. You want to follow behind them as closely as you can. You may want to get in front of the NPC, and you want to steal the trap door key from this particular guard. Once you've gotten the key, you'll need to wait for this guard to start his patrol and then move along beside him. Now if your sneak skill is very low, you may need to wait for him to start his patrol again, and you may do so by waiting on these stairs. Just wait for those 2 guards to go by, and you can sneak on behind them. And congratulations, you have just managed to go all the way through the Thalmor embassy with killing absolutely no one and letting 2 innocent people die. Go pacifism. This whole quest line has been very counterintuitive. They made it seem like a Mission Impossible stealth scenario, and then gave you rewards for killing absolutely everything that you encountered. At the very least, they could have provided you with tougher opponents if you went in guns blazing. Must admit that I'm fairly disappointed with this entire questline. There is an illusion book hidden back here. Yeah, that's it for my rant. There's an illusion book hidden back here if you want some skill in that. If you don't want to raise the skill, don't read the book. Once you've exited the Thalmor embassy, you'll need to head back to the Sleeping Giant Inn where you speak with Delphine to complete the quest.
Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill everyone? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists.
So she explains that Esbern was the curator of antiquities, I guess. No, he was the keeper of records, and he knows about the dragon, so you need to hunt him down and find out what's going on. And the location that you need to go to is Rifton, so if you have not done the Thieves quest yet, this is where you can start it.
Talk to Brynjolf. He's, well... Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
And you can go gather your loot again from her chest. And there you go, so you've got all your items back. And this completes the walkthrough for Diplomatic Immunity. This was the main quest storyline, Part 5. This has been Commander Rogden. Thanks for watching.